You gonna play double pivot?
2 weeks. He wanted to play double pivot.
Yeah, but who's he gonna play now with no Henderson and no Calvin?
Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham.
Why
Why are you laughing?
Not to start.
Why are you laughing?
Jude Bellingham?
Why
Bro,
laughing?
no, man. No, man.
Yo, I'm tryna get my sterling up in the city, so s'il play. As soon as my child can walk, it's straight Project Mbappe. But all the verbal, as soon as I hear that whistle, we get straight to the action. Come on lads, where's the passion? Do like Alamat, we wear headbands for the fashion. If the defenders drop back, we counter and then attack them. I got my eye on the ball, I got my eye on the ball, yeah. I got my eye on the ball, I got my eye on the ball, yeah. I got my eye on the ball, I got my eye on the ball.
Yes, people are back for another episode of the Eye Test. You already know what it is, live and direct up in the studio. Had a couple of weeks. Have you man got a name yet? For the home ground. You heard what I said, don't say
Wait, before we even go there,
I gave you man an assignment.
I'm not happy.
I gave you man an assignment.
I'm not happy about something.
What are you not happy about?
Where's my guard of honor, bro?
We
I
gave
said
you
guard of honor.
What did we give him a
You
round
didn't
of
give me
applause?
nothing, bro.
No,
FA Cup.
FA Cup.
Premier League, you know.
League Cup.
Yeah, League Cup, sorry.
Fair enough, everyone. It's good. Just fair enough. Premier League. Do you have any words?
Congratulations, pal.
Any words? Yeah, of course, bro.
Quickly, make it.
Just want to say thank you to the lads. It's been a long season, trialing season. A lot of people thought that we wouldn't make it, we wouldn't do it. Do you know what I mean? But I believed in us. Pep believed in us, and the boys believed. Do you know what I mean? That's all that matters, man. And we're here now. We're a living testament of. We're here now.
Couldn't have said it better myself. But yeah, man, congratulations, Manchester City. Obviously winning the Premier League title. They could obviously do a version of the treble by this time next week. So we'll know whether they've won the Champions League.
Schmear version, Schmear.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Another version.
Don't do that.
But no, man. Despite that, we're not here to talk club football. We're obviously here to talk international football. We're anticipating Gareth Southgate's 26-man England squad. Obviously, normally it would be a 23-man squad, but it got increased 3 more places, which should do him...
No, it definitely helps him out.
It should do him a load of good. So, obviously, we're going to do a bit of both. We're going to give our input and give our opinions on what team we think should go to the Euros, as well as being realistic and what we think Southgate is going to do, as well as also the first team, so the first starting 11 or the strongest starting 11, the strongest starting 11 as well. So yeah, man, just an action-packed episode where we're just dissecting England and the options that Southgate obviously has at his disposal. Obviously, again, just a bit of housekeeping before we get into it. Make sure you follow us at Eyes on the Ball TV. Make sure you follow at High Press Media as well. And make sure you subscribe to the new channel. The new channel is the Eye Test, hosted by EOTB.
Subscribe.
To that. Make sure you subscribe to that. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell so that you never miss an episode. We're going to be releasing a number of snippets as well, to just make it an easier watch for everyone watching at home. But yeah, man, we can get straight into it. I think I want to go in a schematic, chronological type order. But of course, there's going to be a range of debates across...
Chronological means time, you know.
True, that's true. But you know, chronological also just seems like schematic. It seems like it's in order. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah.
No.
Just want to be...
If I'm reaching, tell me. If he thinks I'm reaching.
Listen.
Am I reaching? Fair enough.
But I'll just put your leg here, bro. You know what I mean?
But nah, man. Yeah, man. Why not start with the goalkeeper? Let's keep it short and sweet. Make it nice. Adam, you're gonna make note of the squad that we make. Cheers, bro. Yeah, I think there are 4 options. You're gonna take 3 keepers. I'd say the 4 options are Nick Pope, Jordan Pickford, Dean Henderson, and Sam Johnston of West Brom. What 3 you taking? I think we can all agree on the 3 you take.
Yeah.
It's more or less. Who would you start between Pickford and Dean Henderson? I think that's the question.
Henderson.
That is the question.
I'm taking Henderson.
You start Dean.
I don't trust Pickford to save.
I don't really trust Henderson either.
That's the thing that And
But
he's young. He's only 23. Do you know what I mean?
Like nothing against.
But do you know what it is though? I feel like we've seen with Pickford, it could be history repeats itself in terms of England goalkeepers making silly, simplistic errors. And of those keepers, to make that error, it would be him. Because he pulls off some world-class saves, like saves that you shouldn't get to. That's what I'm saying. But then, he'll just do some stupid stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, he's just a liability on that front, innit? So for me, to protect him, if anything, I'm not starting him. I'll start Henderson still.
Given what we've seen from Dean as a United fan,
You put 5 past him today, bruv.
It's true.
Yeah,
but still,
your Man City, everyone didn't really have anything to play for.
He's
But
low on confidence, man.
I wouldn't go with Dean, man. I don't think, as much as I think he will be a good keeper, I think it's a bit early, man. You know, as much as I'm not a Pickford fan, I still think giving the gloves to Dean is a bit premature. Do you know what I mean? He's capable of making the same mistakes that Pickford is. Do you know what I mean? He's not the shot stopper that Pickford is.
Who's the better organizer of the defense? Would you say, or would you say it's not that clear cut?
I think what
Pickford
the outlier is in the fact that you're not as confident or you're not like surefire on Dean Henderson starting. Pickford just based on experience, which isn't overrated. Like he's been with the World Cup squad, he's been the keeper during the qualifiers, so he pretty much, I think, gets the nod. And even when he went through that rough patch where he was making a lot of high profile errors, I think he corrected that for a large part of the season.
Yeah, he bounced back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you got to give him a bit of credit in that regard.
Who do you think the defense would trust more?
Pickford fan,
I
because
think
he's been buying them in the tournament before.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's not a quiet guy. He says what he needs to say. Do you know what I mean? So I reckon.
Yeah, I think this one's not one that needs to be debated for too long.
Yeah, I think we need the 3 though.
Yeah.
Pickford, Henderson. That's the 3.
Yeah, you're not taking Sam Johnston. Yeah.
Nah. He's a good keeper though, but I'm not taking him.
Calm. And same with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Southgate takes them 3.
Unanimous.
So yeah, that takes away 3 players from the 26, leaving us with 23 players left to pick. I want to leave the right back position on purpose till last. Yes.
Because
So
you know
can
if we
see-
get started now.
Yeah, I want to leave that on purpose.
You say, my
The
guy.
question I have, the question I actually have though, in all honesty, is who are England's 4 best centre backs right now in order?
Great question. And just on that, the Maguire injury is huge.
Yeah,
Because,
he might not go.
bro, it looked like a high ankle sprain, and that's a long, not long time, but that's a long enough to take him out of the tournament. And you don't want him playing on 80%. Do you know what I mean? 85, 80%. So. But to answer your question,
I don't want to spend. Okay, before you answer that question, just a quick one, just as a little piggyback. Do you think that defenders with high profile injuries can get through games easier than attackers? So like for example, when Rooney had his metatarsal, it was big because Rooney is the goal scorer. Owen, I think, went to a tournament injured as well. I remember Beckham going to a tournament injured. We took Beckham injured. I think it was, I can't even remember. But I know England just have a long history of taking injured players to tournaments.
But to answer your question, I don't think. Listen, it takes one mistake. It takes one mistake from a defender.
Yeah,
bro.
I feel like
And one goal, I
feel like
change the game completely.
you could probably allow a defender to play on an injury more so than an attacker.
But you still wouldn't.
However,
No chance.
the job that they have to do, like, because it's just with injuries, most of the time it's a mental thing, innit? So if you know you're carrying an injury and you have to go in for a certain tackle, the confidence ain't there, innit? And that split second there could cost you a tournament, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Literally one
Cool.
goal. But Stones. I think
If
Stones and Maguire.
if Maguire's out,
No, he's
I
going. I think he goes.
yeah, but if he's not playing,
Let's say
if he's not playing,
Maguire's
I'm
going.
taking
Let's say
Maguire's going. Yeah,
let's say Maguire's going.
I'm saying Maguire, Stones.
Yeah.
Might sound mad. I think I might take Godfrey. You know,
Yeah, I got Godfrey written down.
I think I'm gonna take Godfrey.
And Konsa's my 4th. I'm taking Konsa over Mings.
This is your 4th.
Every day of the week, I'm taking Konsa over Mings. I don't think you can make an argument for a couple guys, Conor Cody, Tarkovsky. Do you know what I mean? But I think because Mings is the one more likely to go.
Why
And I
you-
think Konsa is the better of the two. So I
I think
Konsa.
you have to this is where I think I'm going to draw the line in terms of realism. I do think Mings will go over Konsa.
I think Mings will go.
And I'd say, just for the sake of our team, we will have one player that we will cater to, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think, obviously, Maguire, Stones are surefire. Then you've got Mings is surefire. Then the last one, I think, look.
Would you take?
Godfrey's there. Konsa's there.
Cody.
Bro, I'm telling you guys, Tomori's there. I've already said I think Tomori's...
I think he's good enough.
I think Tomori's... No, but this is now our pick. And I'm basically pitching to you. Tomori now, for the majority of the season, has benched AC Milan's captain, Romagnoli, who's supposed to be this world-class centre-back that a lot of European teams were looking at. Not as long as last season. There's that point. 2, in his last 5 games, he has clean sheets. AC Milan are third. He's been dominate. One of the biggest factors as to why they're doing well now. They obviously went through a blip when he was there, but they bounced back. I think Zlatan got injured as well. That's what also derailed their title challenge. Like they couldn't score goals.
Couple men got injured.
Yeah, that's even against United. They didn't have their full team. And then he scores a big goal, comes up clutch against Juventus. Bro, I think Tomori's had a better season than all the other centre backs that are remaining in it. So
I'd agree with you still.
Yeah, I think he made a good case.
And
he's doing that at a
high level, bro.
You know what I mean?
He's gonna get Champions League, bro.
Literally, so I think you make a good case, man.
Yeah, man. That's why.
And I think you got to think of it as. I think Italy are renowned for having some of the best defenses in
and
world
he stood out
exactly.
in Italy.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Says a lot.
So that's why
I'm happy to.
And the thing is that for people at home, of course, it's gonna come across a little bit biased. In my tweets, everyone knows me. I'm a Tomori stan. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
No, but we're comparing him to Godfrey, Konsa.
Yeah.
Them man haven't really, do you know what I mean, done a madness to cement themselves in the lineup. So, bro, Tomori, I don't understand why he doesn't get the credit that he deserves. Do you know what I mean?
It's England tax, innit? Like, if you don't play in England, you don't get the same level of scrutiny.
But even when he was at Chelsea, he didn't get the... Once he was out the fold, he was cut out completely.
And that's just a...
Another thing for you, man, though.
Yeah, go on.
Obviously, we said we'll go into the right backs later, but due to the high load of right backs we have, would you consider taking Kyle Walker as a centre back as opposed to a right back, maybe?
Especially
because I think if you have the 4 of Maguire, Stones, Tomori, and Kyle Walker, I think that's a good 4, man. I think that's a sturdy 4.
Mings is rolling, bro.
Mings is Tomori. So you take 4 centre backs,
but then have Kyle Walker as an option.
And have Kyle Walker as an option.
Cool.
Because it's good. It's more time. 3 at the back will be played. Do you know what I mean? So I think
having that
have to
last
take
centre back will be key
important
as well.
Yeah.
So cool. So we can agree on Maguire, Stones, Tomori, and Mings. If Maguire doesn't go, then who would go?
That's where I say take an extra right back and put Kyle Walker in as centre back.
Oh, okay. So you compensate for in the right back position.
Yeah.
Would you also compensate in the right back position? Would you take another centre back?
You have to take. I think you have to take another centre back, especially because Southgate lost bang.
What if you play 3 at the back though? Because then
that's why I take another centre back.
You can play centre back.
That's what I'm saying as well.
He's a very good left centre back as well.
But I wouldn't want to drag him from. To be fair, he doesn't really play much wing back for us.
Would you?
Shows a shout. But I'd rather take. For me, you got to take centre backs. You know what I mean? You don't want to be in a position where. Do you know what I mean? Now, let's say one of your starting centre backs get injured, you bring your bench.
But then you
haven't got a centre back on the bench anymore.
You will still have a Godfrey or a Tomori though, or a Mings, even if Maguire doesn't come.
No, because Maguire.
But that means you're only taking 3 centre backs and Walker.
So essentially 4.
But then I don't feel comfortable saying, Walker's going to be my centre back for the rest of the tournament. Do you know what I mean? Let's say now you're going up against a mad.
Do you know what?
I would be.
It's what? 6 games? 7 games?
So
I'm confident with Kyle Walker playing centre back. Right at the centre back.
In a free?
Yeah.
But that means you won't have a centre back off the bench, fam.
Huh?
You wouldn't have a centre back on the bench.
No, you would. Because if you're playing...
I'm saying if someone gets injured. Let's say you started with...
Yeah, if you start with Maguire, Stone... No, you said... Well, this is... Without Maguire, yeah. So you're going to start with possibly Shaw, Stones and Walker. You'll still have Mings off the bench.
I don't like that, you know. I think...
I like it.
I think
it's dynamic.
I
don't like it.
You don't like it?
You're banging 2 full-back. You're banging 1 centre-back, basically.
Listen...
Walker's not a legit centre-back.
Ingenuity, man. Ingenuity.
Nah, it's too much experimenting for a tournament, fam.
Bro, Spain won a tournament playing with no striker, bro. Ingenuity, man.
I do think Yeah, I just don't see how that would work. I don't think Southgate would do that. As mad as he is sometimes, I don't think he would do that.
I think he takes 4 centre backs and Walker.
Yeah, I agree, but then we're just playing on a contingent that Harry Maguire is.
And that could be a big.
But no, we'll
change things up.
For our sakes, we'll just assume that Maguire goes. So the centre backs we can confirm will be Harry Maguire,
John Stones,
Mings, and Tamori. So yeah, we've decided on the centre back positions, leaving us with how many players left?
You taking away 19.
19 now. So we'll go to the left back position. Is that set in stone? 2 left backs were taken.
Shaw and Chilwell.
Shaw and Chilwell.
Easy.
Wait, hold on.
Go on.
Would you take Saka as a left back?
I don't think you got Chilwell.
But what if you're playing a free?
Chilwell can play left wing back
over Saka?
Yes.
You've been banging there for
And
Chelsea.
even Saka, what? Yeah, I'm taking Chilwell over Saka in the left wing back position.
Fair enough.
I think Saka is a utility
Fair enough.
but
Yeah. He's better attacking anyway.
Do you know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah. You don't take him to play left wing back, Saka.
So 19, 18, 17 players left. We'll now head over to.
We got to leave the midfield and the right backs on last.
What I wanted to do was the strikers. So I'll say attackers. Who do you class as the forwards? So we're gonna put them all in the same bubble, forwards, rather than dividing it up in strikers and wingers, innit? So we've obviously got Harry Kane set in stone.
Sterling set in stone.
Sterling.
I think Sterling set in stone.
Rashford
set in stone.
Foden set in stone.
Are you
Just
kind
take
of
as
a
a
forward
forward?
or midfielder?
I'm taking as a midfielder.
I'm not fast.
Yeah.
Foden's still on the playing for me.
Put him as a forward, man. They bang him on the wing a lot.
I don't mind. Like, it's up to you, man.
Yeah, put him as a forward, innit?
Go for it.
Alright then. So Foden, Sterling.
No, I'm protecting my boy. He's putting as a midfielder. He's a midfielder.
Alright, we'll go with the Man City fan, innit? So we got
It
Kane.
don't make a difference.
Kane, Sterling. Yeah, I know. Kane, Sterling. Rashford.
Yeah.
Sancho.
He's been banging well
Sancho,
recently. Still,
yeah.
Sancho has to go. Sancho has to go.
100%.
Cool. So that
this
now
will
you have-
this will cost you, man. Though
and
this will cost
Grealish.
you, man. Especially you, because remember you're vouching for DLC. I mean DCL. Huh? Yeah, DCL. Calvert Lewin.
Yeah. No, I'm not disputing that, but I'm just saying.
We'll get there.
We're
Grealish
talking
is a booking as well, by the way.
Is Grealish still
Again.
going? Yeah.
Grealish is
Forward.
A booking. Yeah, forward. Yeah, he's a forward.
I'm not Grealish.
Whether I play him in midfield or not, I just
Fair enough.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
just
yeah.
going like,
Cool. So what is?
Wait, Adam, quickly. How many numbers do we have now? How many do we have left?
If we confirm those forwards, how many have we got left?
If you're confirming, so you got 1, 2, 6 there. You're confirming Grealish. DCL wasn't confirmed.
DCL wasn't confirmed.
So you got Grealish, Sancho, Rashford, Sterling, Kane, and you put Foden in midfield. So that's
6. So we got 11 left, right? Should have yeah. But
no. You got 5 there. If you put in Grealish as a forward, leaving out DCL.
Yeah.
So that's 14. You're down 2 left in the squad.
Okay.
14 left in the squad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, cool.
That's
We
a
got
lot.
space.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So yeah, we'll put so you need your backup striker.
Cool.
So we'll put DCL.
Cool.
I think he's out of all the other English strikers in the league, I think he deserves the place above Ollie Watkins, above.
What are we saying?
Ings.
No Ings though,
Above that, Danny Ings is a better player.
because he's a bags man.
I'm actually
He's a bags man. That's what I was telling you.
No. But should I tell you what? I still back
And-
the DCL shout. One sec.
Go on.
Should I tell you why I back the DCL shout? It's what you offer, innit? We have players that can do what Danny Ings does in the squad.
Ooh, you only got
got
one.
one.
You only got one.
You got one.
Harry Kane.
No.
Who can do what Danny Ings does?
A lot of
Who
guys.
else? No.
What do you think that Danny
Danny
Ings
Ings is a
does?
striker. He
We have
leads
2
the line.
prolific strikers in our team, by the way.
No, but DCL, what he provides is that aerial threat.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Harry Kane provides that as well.
Not an aerial threat.
Harry Kane is. That's not his UF. That's not what he brings to the table. But he is.
But I'm saying, like, if you want to now start bombarding
Outside of
crosses
Kane,
and
no
stuff
one
like
does what Ings does.
Exactly. No.
Yeah, but no one does what DCL does.
Kane does.
No, he
Yeah,
doesn't.
but that's fine. But then that's a secondary option, though. You're not leading.
That's
You're
the point.
The main point for me is if Harry Kane, someone said Harry Kane injured for the whole tournament, I'm not comfortable with Calvert-Lewin leading the line.
Why
Danny
you not?
Ings, I don't trust him. He hasn't proven it enough for me. Danny Ings, I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm not confident, but I'm saying I trust Danny Ings. If you give him a chance, I think he'll put it
And
away.
also, I feel like England with a Ings as opposed to a Calvert-Lewin look more like a England, if that makes sense.
What do
They're-
they
they're-
even look like?
No, but as in, if you replace, if Kane goes out now, and you have Calvert-Lewin, and you have my man, Danny Ings.
Okay.
The identity of England is closer to where it should be with Ings than it is to Calvert-Lewin, just because of the way they play. Because Ings is more towards Harry Kane, whereas Calvert-Lewin is something that we haven't got anywhere else in the squad.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying?
So it's like for like rather than changing things up.
Yeah, that's my point. Look, and also,
I just think
you haven't considered Greenwood and Saka. And Southgate, he definitely take one of them.
Yeah.
If not both.
We still got space though. We'll get to them.
Yeah, Greenwood and Saka on standby. I'm talking about the person.
So we're deciding between who's your backup striker. It's either Ings or Calvert-Lewin.
I'm taking both.
You're taking both Ings and Calvert.
I'm taking both.
You're not going to have space for both.
You're not going to have space.
Why would I have space for both?
Because you're talking about Greenwood and Saka, and then we haven't done the right backs and we haven't done our midfield.
I'm not taking them.
Greenwood or Saka?
I'm not taking them. If I've got Ings, why do I need Greenwood? I don't need Greenwood.
I'm saying, for the sake of the argument, let's just say for now, let's go with one.
Between Ings or Calvert-Lewin or Ings and Greenwood?
Ings and Calvert-Lewin. You're taking...
Before you decide as well, I've got to do a shout out for Keir because he's not here, innit?
Patrick Bamford.
Nah.
Do you know my problem with
Keir,
Bamford?
we love you, but nah, man.
The thing about Bamford is that he thrives in a team where the system is centred on creating chances for him. I feel like England isn't like that. You got to take the most of your opportunity yourself sometimes. And I don't know if Bamford has that. To be fair, he could, but I've not seen it. Innit?
I just think this guy's better than him.
Yeah, literally.
You know what I mean?
Watkins.
Yeah, he deserves a shout, but this guy's better at the position.
I just think, look, when you're talking about Ings and Calvert-Lewin, they've got similar minutes per goal ratio, 180 minutes. Ings has scored 12 goals this season. That Calvert-Lewin has scored 16 in the league.
Has Ings only got 12 goals?
Yeah, obviously he got injured as well, so you can factor that in too. But yeah, man, like I think, look, I'm just saying Calvert-Lewin because I know that if you want tournament football, you're gonna start playing long balls. You're gonna start putting balls. England aren't passing through it. Let's not deceive anyone.
No, but you know what I say on that though. More time you're sending your centre backs forward anyway.
Come on, man. But you'd rather have a striker who can do that as well.
No, but I'm not. That's not the reason I'm gonna take him. I'm taking you because if I need a backup striker, not because I need someone that can put balls in the box.
No. It's backup striker, yeah. But personally, I think you take a backup striker not because the first reason isn't if my main man gets injured. The first reason is a different option when the first plan isn't working. And I don't think Ings is a different option when the first plan isn't working.
But I don't see how likely
if I had to choose between the two,
if things aren't working anyway.
No, but I'm saying it's a different, like, whether you believe it will work is one thing, which I'm fine with.
It will happen.
No. I think that is England are very, very likely to start pumping balls. And who do you want knocking it down? Bro, Calvert-Lewin is one of the best in the world.
Yeah, it's a fair point in terms of he provides that dimension. But for me, Danny Ings brings more to the table.
That's fine. So you're going with Danny Ings, and who would you go with?
Calvert-Lewin still.
Calvert-Lewin, I'll go with Calvert-Lewin. Unless Adam wants to...
I'll probably go DCL as well, let's be honest, man.
Fair enough. Cool. It's tough though because Danny Ings, like, it did make me think. Like, Danny Ings is a quality guy. I think he's the more.
If I could take all three, I would. But if I'm having to choose between,
we'll see.
We'll see.
Get to them last
Cool.
couple spots.
So yeah, how many spots have we got left now? I'd say that's 13 because we've included DCL now. So we can move on to the midfield now.
Mason Mount.
Let's work our way. Let's do the DMs. First. So we said Declan Rice is definitely going.
Are we playing on the fact that Henderson?
I don't think Jordan Henderson's going.
You know, he's going.
He's not played in the league again
in a while.
I don't take Jordan Henderson. I know they say you want to take your experienced players and stuff like that, but it actually makes no sense whatsoever to take Henderson.
No, but it depends how close he is to fitness.
The Euros is in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but
he's not back.
Do you know what the maddest thing is? Well, Phillips got an injury today.
Oh, as in he had to come off.
Serious injury.
Yeah, man, bad.
No way.
Like last 2 minutes of the game.
No
and
way.
It was a bad injury.
It was a shoulder and he had to come off straight away. Yeah.
Wow.
No
probably
way.
Dislocated or something.
That's
huge. And
especially when that is a position
this
they're
might
deprived.
be a blessing in disguise, you know.
What you say? No double pivot for you, boy.
No.
You're
What
double
do you
pivot.
mean? What do you mean?
You gonna play double pivot?
2 weeks. He wanted to play double pivot.
Yeah, but who's he gonna play now with no Henderson and no
Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham.
Oh
Why are you laughing?
Not to start.
Why are you laughing?
Jude Bellingham.
Why are you
Bro,
laughing?
no, man. No,
Bro,
man.
if Calvin Phillips is not about, Henderson is not about. So who's playing?
You actually want to die on this hill, innit? You want to die on this hill.
No, I'm bringing.
You want to die on this hill and play a double pivot. That's what you want to do.
No, I'm just saying. I'm being realistic. The 2-8.
So your best squad has Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice.
No, I'm considering the injuries.
Yeah.
I'm saying, let's be realistic. The 2-8 is not happening, man. I know you want that to happen, but it's either a 3 at the back or it's a double pivot. And I'm saying no Calvin Phillips, no Henderson. Don't tell me Mason Mount is banging in a double pivot.
I didn't say that.
Okay, yeah. Bellingham for me is a good option.
Quality
option.
So you're saying if Southgate has to look at his current situation, he's gonna have to play Declan Rice he's gonna have to change to 2-8s, bro. Or play 3 at the back.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I heard the 3 at the back.
He'll play 3 at the back before he plays Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice together.
Facts.
Yeah,
and he'll play 2-8s before he Jude Bellingham.
That's the last option after the last option.
I don't see that. Because that changes your whole.
You play
approach.
too much FM, bro.
No. The 2-8s changes your whole approach. When have we ever seen England do the whole 2-8s?
No, but I feel like the 2-8 system, I feel like
it doesn't matter if it suits the players or that's where the talent is. That's not the system that he goes with. It's not. Do you know what I mean? Even though we want to see Mount, Foden, whatever, it's not happening. Do you know what I mean? So I'm saying Bellingham is a genuinely realistic.
So you believe that the double pivot with Bellingham is more likely than the 2-8s?
Yes, 100%. But most realistically, I think it's going to be a 3 at the back. But still, who's going to be alongside Declan Rice?
Cool then. Let's just put the Southgate thing to the side just for a second. Mm-hmm. Do you believe the Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham pivot makes sense going into a tournament?
I think it makes sense. Doesn't mean that's the option that you go with.
No, would you go with that? And why would
I'd want to go with the 2-8s.
And why would you go with that? Like, just try to break it down. What do you think?
What the Declan
Rice and Bellingham offer?
Declan Rice is a sit-up. Do you know what I mean? He breaks up play really well. He's not great going forward, and Bellingham makes up for that. He can be more advanced. He can create. He was great against City. Played way above his age.
I do like
for the season. He was balling up for them.
Do you know what it is? I do like that idea, and I do think that
the roles are clear.
I do think they'll complement each other very well. I'm just saying, I don't think that's their best chance of success. Even though on paper I do think they'll work very well, but I just think if I have the opportunity to play a sitter and play 2-8s, I will do that. And Mason Mount in a slouch, bro. He will run.
I don't think Southgate's gonna go with the 2-8s. Do you know what I mean? It's either the 3 at the back or 4-2-3-1. That's what I think. And even with the 3 at the back, someone still needs to play next to Declan Rice. Do you know what I mean? Then maybe you can say Mason Mount because you got 3 at the back now. Do you know what I mean? Maybe you do Declan Rice, Mason Mount, then the front 3. But I think Bellingham, bro. No Calvin Phillips, no Henderson. Well, Bellingham is in the fold.
No, we'll see, innit? I think what we'll do is we'll take, obviously, Declan Rice as a shoe-in. I think let's put Calvin Phillips. Yeah. Just and assume he's going. And we hope it's not.
We're not assuming Hendo's going?
Hendo's not going.
No, he's not going still.
Henderson's not going.
I don't know.
You can't take that's madness if you take an injured player. Like, it's actually.
When's the last time he kicked ball?
Not when
you've been out for a while.
Not when the guy is
out, bro.
Even in I don't even think he's in training yet.
That's a big one.
I don't know. Liverpool normally put it on their Insta when someone's back.
Literally, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Van Dijk is like, he's got every flipping post. Every morning is Van Dijk, bro. I'm telling you, man.
The Benzema thing with Van Dijk.
Get out of here, man.
I even think that's gonna be tough. If Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips are your only legit holders, that's tough. Like, obviously Bellingham can play there, but
look, like I said, it's what international football is. 3 group stage games, 1 quarterfinals, 1 semis, and 1 final. You only have 7 games to. You don't need multiple DMs, in my opinion. I think 2 is enough.
No, but you gotta have insurance, man.
I feel like you can compensate in other areas.
I think Declan Rice, Calvin Phillips, and then Jude Bellingham is calm.
I won't put Jude
with
Bellingham
all the I feel like.
But you need another sitter, bro. You can't take 2 sitters.
You can take 2.
You can
because they're both starting from. He's not gonna do the 2-8s. It's either a 3 at the back with the 2 sitters. Or
Jude Bellingham's not a sitter though.
No, I mean when I say sitter, I don't literally mean.
You mean sixes.
Sixes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 2 centre mids, DMs caps.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Ward-Prowse as well.
Ward-Prowse is another option, which I think he will genuinely consider.
I think Ward-Prowse goes before Bellingham goes, based on what we've seen and based on the minutes that has been given. No, not in my opinion. So in terms of like the the double pivot. What are we saying? Just to clarify for everyone watching, do we think Southgate is going to pick the double pivot of Declan Rice and Bellingham, obviously depending on injuries, more than he'd pick a double pivot? I said double pivot. 2
If this was pre Henderson and Calvin Phillips getting injured, I probably would have said yes. But based on the fact that them two were injured, I think he'll lean more towards the talent. It just makes sense, man.
And I think what we have to factor in too, just as a quick point, is we said or were assuming that Calvin Phillips is fit. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, that gives us a little bit more leeway in terms of the eights that we're bringing and the potential of the eights that, like, fair enough, cool now. And Jude Bellingham isn't a shoo-in to go, in my opinion. I don't think he's definitely going to the tournament.
Fair.
But we'll see. Obviously, we never know what happens in it. But, yeah.
I think he's more likely to go with a 3 at the back than either of those. If it's
I know.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so I think Mason Mount is probably more likely to start alongside Declan Rice than Bellingham is in a double pivot.
Like in a 3-5-2?
No, 3-4-3.
3-4-3. Declan Rice and Mason Mount in a 3-4-3.
I think he's more likely to do that than go with Bellingham, considering the injuries.
Bellingham is bottom of the list.
But the options aren't there, bro. Who's next to Declan Rice? Ideally,
were you saying this? Like, if Calvin Phillips is injured, is that what you're
Calvin
saying?
Phillips is injured and Henderson is injured. Who's playing next to Declan Rice?
Well, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. No one, because he's playing deepest man in his 2 eights.
I think that.
Yeah. Now, when you put it like that, playing that 3-4-3 makes absolutely no sense.
But that's what I'm saying. From our perspective, yeah. But I think he's more likely to play Mount alongside Declan Rice than he is to play 2
Not in a
eights.
3-4-3. I think he's more likely to play the 2 eights. Definitely, man.
I don't see.
When you look at it on paper,
just
especially when Southgate probably knows Mount as well, like that's why Donny gets picked most of the time. He will know that that's his weakness. Mount is a good player, but fam, these managers need to stop experimenting with him now. We know where his best position is, where he can influence the pitch.
I agree, but fam, you know these managers, Mount has to play, as you always say. They'll find a way to shoot all them into the lineup, fam. Especially if there's injuries, you get what I mean?
Yeah. Cool.
Bro, the guy's too young and it's too much of a big stage to be putting him in a 3-4-3, bro.
But we'll see.
Hopefully not. I don't think that's ideal, but
Yeah.
these injuries are going to be crucial, fam, because centre mids are lacking now. Maybe Ward-Prowse is more likely to
That's what I'm saying. I
centre
think Ward-Prowse is
than
going.
Mason Mount.
I think Ward-Prowse is going because he had a solid enough season at Southampton. He's been part of the qualifiers. He's been a big part of the people who have gone in previous squads. I mean, I know you wouldn't pick him, but I'm saying he's going. I wouldn't pick him either, but he's gonna go. Like Ward-Prowse will go.
I don't think he's a shoo-in the way
I think he is. In terms of the options, when we're talking about injured midfielders,
I think he's definitely on the short list. It's a sticky one.
So then, what are we saying?
I don't
Do you think he takes Ward-Prowse over before Bellingham?
Yeah, I think he does. Because that's where the experience comes into it. Because there's a lot of flair players.
Experience at Southampton.
No,
Well, not for England. Ward-Prowse doesn't have any English experience.
No, experience as a player.
Yeah, I know. But that's
what I'm talking
Southampton.
about. But the experience for England doesn't matter. Bellingham's 17.
No, 100%.
So-
But we're also comparing him to other guys in the squad, isn't it?
No, it's because I think it's between Ward-Prowse and Bellingham in terms of that extra midfield spot. And
Fair.
when you have a lot of creative players in the squad like Grealish, you have the Mounts, you have the Sanchos, you have all these guys who might not be able to take as much risk. Bro, Ward-Prowse is the captain of Southampton. So he's a big time player in terms of experience and leadership. And that it will be factored in. Like, Bellingham doesn't have to go. There will be other tournaments. He's 17. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
I think it would be a mistake to leave Bellingham at home. I think it would be a mistake.
Granted, you might think that, but I believe that Ward-Prowse will go over Bellingham in it, and that's what I think will happen in it.
I think,
especially when we're talking about a squad that is quite.
But when you say go,
naive.
you mean start. Because we're saying it based on it. You're saying Ward-Prowse is more likely to start.
Yeah, more likely to start than Bellingham. Facts. Especially when Bellingham has been picked for a number of squad and hasn't even come on, which is a factor to it.
Mm.
So, yeah, man. But let's just quickly decide on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Centre midfielders, Henderson.
Henderson.
Sorry, not Henderson.
Rice.
Rice, we're assuming Calvin Phillips is gonna go.
Yeah.
And then obviously between Bellingham and Ward-Prowse, you said Bellingham, yeah?
Yeah, I'm saying Bellingham.
Bellingham, Ward-Prowse. Who do you think Southgate takes?
I'll take Bellingham.
Who do you think Southgate takes though?
Ward-Prowse.
And I think Southgate takes Ward-Prowse, even though I take Bellingham, but logic, I think Ward-Prowse. Unless Adam, do you think it's a big mistake that we're...
I'd take both, man. With a 26-man squad,
Exactly.
taking both. Like, especially if Phillips is a bit ropey on injuries.
Take
Yeah.
both. I agree.
I never want to see Mount in a double six.
Yeah.
I agree.
Let's put Bellingham on standby anyway. So we've got... Who have we got on standby? I believe we have 2 players on standby. Bellingham and
Ings.
Yeah.
Ings, yeah.
Cool. We can quickly run through the more attacking midfielders. So
quick.
Mount,
That'll be quick. Mount, Foden, Grealish.
Yeah.
We say Maddison?
Before Grealish is a forward, isn't it?
Yeah. Grealish.
No,
Is
Maddison ain't going. Maddison.
Okay, cool. So Mount, Foden.
That's pretty much it. Lingard.
So then what? That's it. Mount and Foden.
Wait, let's count up who we've got then. How many guys have we got now?
Keep talking, come back to me.
But yeah, that doesn't.
No, because obviously Grealish was counted as a forward,
Exactly.
so he would have been an 8, innit?
Yeah.
So it would have been Mount, Grealish,
And Foden.
Yeah, those were the 3 attacking midfielders. Then you got 3 defensive centre midfielders, defensive midfielders. So you have 6 midfielders in total.
And then
which is-
Bellingham's
and then
your
you've got-
tweener.
Okay, so at the moment it works.
Yeah, at the moment it works. And then you got the forwards, which are Harry Kane, DCL, Sancho, Rashford, and Sterling.
So now just the right backs.
Now it's just the right backs.
I've got all 3 written down.
Who?
I've got Walker, Trent, and Reece James.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because 3 at the back, Walker probably starts. I think Trent starts on the right, and you need backup, innit? Reece James has played both positions as well in recent weeks, so I think you take him, man. He loves the 3 at the back. Walker can slot in at both.
Yeah.
Reece James can slot in at both. And Trent, I think Trent is your starting right wing back, no matter what.
I mean, yeah, we'll quickly get into the lineup, but would you take all 3? You're still set on Trippier going, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Trippier
Over-
That's me. That's a personal decision though.
Yeah.
Trippier over Trent.
Trippier over Trent.
Yeah.
Oh, you still wouldn't take Trent?
No.
You're off your rocker.
We're not having another.
What about Reece James then?
Wait, hold on. Who was my 3 were?
Originally, you took
Kyle
out Reece
Walker.
James.
No, I didn't take Reece James. It was Kyle Walker first. Then it was Trippier. Then it was Trent.
Yeah.
Those are my 3. Yeah, so those are the 3 I'll take.
So you're taking Trippier over Reece James?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. That's the distinction. Sorry, yeah. Take Trippier over Reece James.
I don't really have any objections to that. I just think that based on what... personally, I'd take Reece James over Trippier. I think he's more versatile one. I think Reece James is the better player. That's my opinion. Obviously,
But
you might disagree, but
But he loves Trippier at that right wing back spot.
I think he...
He loves Trippier at that right
I'd say
Trippier's played it this season for Atletico.
Reece James has also done that, and Reece James has been a huge pick from Southgate in previous squads.
I hear that, but Trippier's done it for a title winning Atletico.
Yeah, but Atletico and
And don't you think Reece James? I mean, don't you think Kyle Walker's just a souped up Reece James?
Yeah.
In some sense,
Kyle Walker is a what?
a souped up Reece James in some sense. So we already have an element of Reece James already.
To be fair though,
Yeah, but Kyle Walker's backing up at... If it's a,
So you're saying
Kyle Walker's starting
if they're playing wing back, Kyle Walker will be a centre back.
and I also think
100%.
I also think that in an England squad where a lot of things aren't set in stone yet, we don't know a lot of things. Having players who can do more than one position or play more than one position will always be a benefit to the team. Just like Trent can play the right back role, but like if we're saying he's a weakness.
Let's leave the Reece James and centre mid in the past though.
I'm not saying.
No, I'm talking about.
But then-
based on today's performance.
But then
He
you
wasn't
see,
dead in the centre mid position.
he was dead, bro.
He wasn't
He
dead.
was giving away the ball.
but then you
He
see
gave away the
now.
ball twice. and
No.
then
He gave away the ball
He
numerous
gave the ball
times.
twice. Bro, don't do
Stop
that.
backing it for your
Oh,
play
my
like that,
days.
man. So what? You're happy
So
with Reece James playing
speak
centre
facts.
mid?
Speak facts then.
So you're
That
happy
has
playing
nothing
with
to-
Reece James?
That has nothing to do with the argument that we're talking about
I just
now.
said let's put the Reece James at centre mid thing in the past.
Yeah, but that's not of relevance though.
I'm not talking about for this. I'm just saying the whole playing in numerous positions thing.
Yeah.
Centre back
Talking
and
about
right wing
centre back
back.
and right wing back.
Yeah. I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, but your boy is not even going. So
Why are you on ropes?
Your boy's not going. Man's picking Congo. Nah, I'm joking. Fair enough.
But what's it called? Do you see now why I said I would advocate taking Kyle Walker as a centre back option, so then it frees up more space for your fullbacks.
Yeah. But
Because then in that case,
what if you have two guys though that can play the centre back and the right wing back position?
Who's that?
Reece James and Kyle Walker.
Reece James centre back.
Reece James right centre back today.
Back three.
Over my dead body.
He
He's not.
played in the final. In the Premier League in 2 games consecutively as well.
That's fine. One of them being today.
Yeah,
and he lost.
But he wasn't dead today.
Reece James isn't playing right centre back for my England team, bro, and he's not playing right centre back for.
You're saying it as if England have right centre backs that are worldies.
That's fine, but Reece James is not playing right centre back for me, bro.
But it's fair to say Shaw bangs left centre back before Reece James bangs right centre back.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, what I was saying is, Adam, can you quickly read out our centre back options again?
Yeah. So you got on Stones, Maguire, Tomori, Mings.
If you're me personally, I'll drop Mings, put Kyle Walker in the centre back slot, and then for my right backs, I would have Reece James, Trent, and Trippier.
But that means you only have one centre back on the bench, Mings.
Yeah, you can have one centre back.
What do you mean have one centre back on the bench?
If it's a back three with Walker, Maguire, Stones.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, but then you only have one centre back.
Tomorrow will be your centre back.
Okay.
Because I'm dropping out Mings.
Okay.
Tomori,
but then Maguire's fitness is big. But yeah, I think it's a...
But that's what I would do personally, innit? Because we have such a wide variety.
Look, at the end of the day,
yeah, no, I ain't taking Trippier.
You might really trying to rate Trippier's thing.
It's not about rating Trippier's thing. The difference is for me.
Reece James instead.
And I just think that Trippier has shown in the past his lapses in concentration. He hasn't received the same level of scrutiny as some of these guys who
because he ran away to Spain
week in, week out. Yeah, of course he's part of a title winning squad and we can't take away. In fact, starting in a
but the whole back four have been subject to scrutiny in the past, bro.
Yeah, but one thing I'm going to say is that Trippier is playing under Diego Simeone. We've seen players change under the managers that they're under, and
isn't that a benefit though?
No,
to be playing under a Simeone.
It goes both ways, isn't it? We can go back and forth on the pros and cons that we have of Kieran Trippier. I've just seen Trippier to be a liability in the past.
In his Tottenham days.
Which will still linger. It's not like I don't think...
He's had, 2 seasons now under Simeone?
I don't think we could say Trippier under Simeone has had no errors because we don't watch La Liga every week.
I've watched him this season.
No one has no errors.
Josh,
anyway.
I've watched him this
you
season.
haven't watched Trippier week in, week out. Trippier's even
I've watched enough of them. I watched enough of them.
Because he got banned.
I probably watched every game that Trippier was playing in before he got
think
injured.
he's quality, yeah?
I think he's going to play in his England team, yeah.
No, of course he's good enough. He's good enough.
As in, if you're going to play a 3 at the back option, I think he's a very viable option over Trent.
Do you not think he's just over who?
Over Trent.
So you start Trippier at right wing, but over Trent.
Bro, listen to this here. How many times has
Josh,
just answer this question for me. Answer this question for me. How many times has Trent played right wing back this season?
No, they haven't played right.
Thank you very much. So why would you're gonna throw a Trent who's already had a shit season in a 3 at the back playing right wing back over a guy who's accustomed to playing right wing back and he's done so very well this season and they've won a title.
The thing is, so fair because you're taking Trent, but I still don't think Trippier starts over Trent. You guys are always saying Trent's his Achilles heel. His Achilles heel is his defensive frailties. Bro, in a 3. You're taking that responsibility off his back. He should be given more license.
Not necessarily, because you still have to defend to some degree.
No, but the responsibility is not the same in a 4 compared to.
Do you know why it is though? Because you're playing fullbacks there, not wingers. If you're playing wingers there, then the defensive responsibility isn't that great. But you're playing fullbacks there, so you still have a defensive. Because when you're defending, you're a 5.
1 sec, I don't want.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that the wingers aren't tracking.
I don't want to do the start lineup debate in it. I just want to have the squad set in stone in it.
It's true.
Yeah, but it's up to you, man.
As
to whether you want to do the Kyle Walker thing.
Yeah. So let's.
So before you've even chosen any right backs, you're at 21 in the squad. You've got 5 spots left.
Yeah. So Reece James, Kyle Walker, and Trent. That puts us at 24.
And then we have to decide Ings, Bellingham,
Greenwood, Saka,
Trippier, whatever you want to say in it.
Greenwood, Saka, Trippier. Yeah. So I'd just say literally pick your 2. Because there's 2 left, right? 24, 25, 26. 2 left.
Yeah.
So we've got 24 now.
Yeah,
24.
I'm taking Ings and I'm taking Bellingham.
I'm taking Bellingham and I'm taking Greenwood.
Is that bias? What do you think?
It's a bit of bias. It's definitely a bit of bias. But I think he provides something different to the rest of the guys. Because for me, the choice is between Ings and Calvert-Lewin. Do you know what I mean? I don't think taking all three makes a lot of sense.
Repeat that again, sorry?
For me, the choice is between Ings and Calvert-Lewin. Do you know what I mean? For me, taking all three, that's an extra spot.
No, but I think it does make sense.
Yeah,
Isolating Kane, you have two strikers on the bench that do completely different things.
Yeah, but fair. But I still think I wouldn't like. How much are you gonna use Calvert-Lewin if Ings is there? Do you know what I mean? How much? Are you
But then that's my thing though. It's situational. If there's a game in which you need to pump the ball up, get flick-ons, whatever, you would play a Calvert-Lewin. If there's a game where maybe Kane goes down but you don't want to change the whole system, you could just slot in the Ings. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, it's fair. Obviously, you make a good case for them to go, but I think it is a bit of bias. But I think Greenwood.
And how often would Greenwood play?
Right.
How often would he play though? You don't need
No,
to play
but
on the
fam,
right.
we're talking about
You have
24th,
Grealish, you have
25th.
Foden, you have Sterling, you have
24th, 25th
Rashford,
guys.
you have Sancho. Like you don't need Greenwood to play on the right. If anything, you need to play up front.
No, but I'm saying he's an option to play on the right.
He's an option, but you're not
play
going
on-
to exercise the option with Greenwood.
Yeah, but you can say the same thing about Calvert-Lewin if you have Ings.
What do you mean? You're only
You
playing
can
in
say
one
the
position.
same thing about exactly, and you're only banging one of them at a time.
Yeah.
So why would
So-
Greenwood play?
So then, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying he can play up top or out wide. Danny Ings, Calvert-Lewin, and Harry Kane, all three of them can only bang up top.
But then I'm
So
saying
I-
we have enough options out. We have midfielders we can play out wide. So then why would Greenwood playing out wide isn't a consideration for me. I'm bringing him purely based on the fact that he can play up front. So if I'm assessing him on that, I'm looking at, cool, is he better than Calvert-Lewin? Is he better than Ings? Or not even if is he better than, but what can he bring to this team over them two?
No, but
Based on that fact, I don't think he deserves to sit on the plate over any of them
Think
two.
of this situation. If you need a goal, you're not bringing off Harry Kane. Obviously not. You need a goal. You're not bringing off Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Let's say you're taking off a Sancho or a Foden that's playing out wide,
Yeah.
and you want to bring on more of a goal threat out wide. I think
Yeah.
Greenwood fits that situation perfectly.
You will still have a Sterling or Rashford though.
Yeah, on the left.
No,
but as in-
it's a fair enough debate and argument.
No, fam, you got the who? What two you taking, innit?
I would take Bellingham, and I would take it's between Ings and Greenwood, isn't it?
Or Saka.
Or Saka.
Saka's not in my thinking.
That's harsh.
I'm just not. I'm not a huge
Do we
Saka
have
fan.
Ward Prowse in?
Yeah, we do. But yeah, so Bellingham.
You haven't even mentioned Jay Lings, by the way.
Lings.
Lingard is not going.
If Madison's not going, he's not going for me.
Yeah, but
For us,
I
but
think-
in Southgate's
I think
instance, that's
form-
different.
yeah, no, Lingard isn't going though. It doesn't. He's not necessary to the team. I think he had a nice little run, but it's yeah. And then Saka, I'm not his biggest fan. I think he's had a good season, but I just think there's guys in the squad that do what he does, so we don't necessarily need him.
There's Ings or Greenwood, innit?
Ings or Greenwood.
Do you know what I think though? I think if it's Southgate, I'd probably back Southgate to take Greenwood just based on the whole, you know England have a knack of taking young players to tournaments to get them experience. Based on that. Remember that season but remember that year when they should have taken Defoe, but they took, who did they take again?
Walker.
Come on. They'll do that. They'll do
But
that.
it's not, I wouldn't say,
They will do
a
that.
habit though is a bit harsh because obviously Southgate isn't Sven.
No, I do hear that, but even did you see the thing with Rio Ferdinand, Glenn Hoddle and
Yeah, we referred them when he was in.
even Denman were putting in better for youngsters.
no,
So
I know,
it's
I
not
know,
like
I
it's a
know.
far-fetched.
It's not just an
I could
England
see
thing
him
as well.
putting.
Has Greenwood made the squad though since he last got kicked out because of that
he
thing?
hasn't, no.
And I think that's a big thing as well, like
That's
the
true.
maturity factor. Like you're
Definitely.
going to a big tournament. Does he trust him? Because obviously he's lost a lot of faith. I think Foden wasn't.
Foden's different because he's just been better.
We're not going to go into the politics
Yeah,
of
exactly.
that.
That's not.
But-
Yeah, we're not going. Yeah,
But nah, man, like Foden's played week in, week out in it as
Yeah.
well, so he has that to his name at least. But I think I'll go with Ings, man. I think I'll go with Ings. It's nothing against Greenwood because when I think about it, the question you could ask is if you get a chance in the 90th minute and it's between Ings and Greenwood, I bank on both of them to score.
I bank on both of them over Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, but
No, but we're not picking Calvert-Lewin over the finishing prowess.
Yeah,
I know. But I'm just saying, in my mindset when I was choosing between Ings and Calvert-Lewin, that's why I'm taking Ings.
But then my and I understand.
And then it could become Calvert-Lewin or Greenwood.
No, but I understood.
Oh, so you're taking Kane, Ings, and Greenwood?
That's my point. That makes.
Oh,
no
no, you can't do that.
Why not?
They're all too alike.
They're all too alike. Players. That's literally what I was
They're all too alike. They're all
when
too
you're
alike.
going into a tournament, you can't have three on. Bro, there's a reason why it's even the great Spain still had an option like Fernando Llorente on the bench. Because they needed that tool option when the tiki-taka
No, I hear it. But I still don't think... That's not the reason why I'm looking at a backup striker. Do you know what I mean? I'm taking Ings over Calvert-Lewin. That's my mentality. Yeah. Because I'm not going to take a player because you're aerial threat in the box. Okay, cool, then you can make the case, take Wan-Bissaka. But then listen to this. That's the truth.
Darren.
What do you mean?
That's not... Because we've got defenders who can defend.
Not as good as Wan-Bissaka. If we're talking about you want someone to go one-on-one... Yeah, you got players. Yeah, you got players that can score. Harry Kane is a Harry.
You can't compare the situational basis of a defender to the situational basis of a striker.
Why not?
Because strikers have an array of goals to score. It's not just Calvert-Lewin doesn't just score because of his aerial threat. I'm just saying his aerial threat.
But that's the reason. That's the reason why you said you're going to take him.
No, I'm saying it's his outstanding attribute. The outstanding attribute you're talking of Wan-Bissaka is like what? So what if they decide to attack down the left?
Yeah, that's exactly what you want. The guy that you brought in to stop whoever he's going up against, he's not an option.
Bro, the comparison doesn't make sense. You can't compare bringing a defender for one situation to bringing an attacker for one situation.
Why not? I don't get why you can't compare.
You can't.
Why not?
Because bringing an attacker for one situation is a situation you can control. You can't control the situation of the defender.
Yeah, but you can control how you respond to it. That's the point. It's
how.
You play him. If there's a winger that you're saying is a legit threat, you don't want to play Trent. You don't want to play.
So what
Walker.
if they switch the winger to the other side? Or put him down the middle?
Then you're done.
Yeah, that's my point though. That's why you can't compare it. But you can control the situation of a striker.
Yeah, I still think you don't have to lump balls into the box though. You can control that as well.
No, I know, but I'm saying that's a legit option. Like,
yeah, so is putting Wan-Bissaka as in to lock someone down. So that's not a legit option. Bro, playing Wan-Bissaka to shut someone down.
I think you're not understanding what I'm trying to say.
No, I am. I just disagree.
I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
Bro, I'm saying lumping balls into the box. Of course, you can decide not to lump balls into the box, but I'm saying lumping balls into the box is a way and a style of playing. That's an act. Bro, teams base their whole identity on lumping balls into the box.
Yeah, but that's
and
England
playing
ain't
long
doing
balls.
that, no?
No, but that's for a situation in the last 10 minutes where we're trying to get a goal.
Okay.
When you're trying to, because you're using the example of Wan-Bissaka situation where there's a threat. So let's say Mbappe, last 10 minutes you don't want, you want to bring him on to defend. I'm saying there are a lot of guys who do that already. Just because they don't do it as well as Wan-Bissaka, I can take that away because there are other right backs there that can do the job.
And that's the same thing I said about Kane. Kane is not a slouch in the air. Kane is an aerial threat as
well.
well.
But Declan Rice, Calvert-Lewin is far better than Kane in the air. Like far better.
I wouldn't say far better.
What?
I wouldn't say far better.
It's not close. What?
I wouldn't say far better. I wouldn't say far better.
It is far.
No, I wouldn't say far.
And I'm not just talking about heading on goal. I'm talking about winning knockdowns.
Yeah, no. Calvert-Lewin,
which he does better than everyone in the league.
Yeah, I never dispute
that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying he is far better than Kane.
Brings that to
if
the
he's
table
number
as well.
one. No, he doesn't.
Wait, but Darren, I have a question for you, yeah? Why do you want three of the same kind of striker?
Because, as I said, my Greenwood bias is element.
Because if you think about it, how, like, what's the rotation wouldn't make sense. No, like, why would you rotate them?
You're not, bro. Greenwood is going as a 25th, 26th guy. How you're most likely you're not going to use him. If we take Calvert-Lewin and Ings, one of them is not going to see the pitch.
No, but that's not true.
That is true, bro. All three strikers will not play. Unless someone gets injured, because all three strikers will not play.
The point is here, yeah. If you're going to war, you want to have as many various assets to your disposal as possible.
Yeah, I understand.
You're going to want, do you know what I'm saying? So if you have a Calvert-Lewin and an Ings, you have two different types of players to your disposal.
Yeah, I understand that.
Do you get what I mean? So then in certain games and different situations where you need a different type of player, you have the option. Whereas if you bring Kane, Greenwood and Ings, it's all basically the same thing. You can't...
Hey, I'm just gonna
leave it
there, innit?
Yeah, no, we've already come to... Because you said Ings, isn't it?
Yeah, I said Ings and Bellingham.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the decision made.
So that's legit the full team. So off the top of my head, let me know if I get any wrong. Goalkeepers: Henderson, Pope, Pickford. We got right back. We got Reece James, Walker and Trent. The centre backs Tomori, Mings, Maguire and Stones. Depending on injury, obviously Chilwell, Shaw. Midfield of Ward-Prowse, Bellingham, Declan Rice, Calvin Phillips, Mount, Grealish, Foden, Sancho, Rashford, Sterling, Kane, Cavalier and Danny Ings. I believe that's 20.
That was strong, man.
26. That's strong, isn't it?
Great memory there, man.
I think I deserve a round of applause.
No chance.
Off the top of my head.
No chance.
You man avoid it. Yeah, no, I just think a major thing for Southgate, or a major takeaway, is the fitness of Maguire and Calvin Phillips and Henderson actually as well. Because those injuries are key to the way he wants to play and the guys that he's been using. So, boy, he's got a huge dilemma on his hands, boy.
And then same position, you know what I mean? Henderson, Calvin Phillips, not really blessed with guys in that position. That's why I bring up the name Bellingham. I think he's a good option, but obviously he's a rookie. Not rookie, but he's a youngster. So you don't really want to go with him, but it's a tough one, man.
Yeah. No, but bro, I agree, man. I think just as long as there's no injuries in the Champions League final, then
that's a good Champions League final, you know.
Fam, you think I care about the Euros, bro? I'm joking. But yeah, man.
Nah, I hear that, man. But yeah, it's been your boys at the eye test. We've used our eyes to dissect, to
our eyes to revise for the test.
Come on, man. 26-man squad, we out, man. Yeah, that's cool.